All right, guys, today we're going to be programming on bench a Edge computer. This is for a 2010 Ford Fusion 2.5 liter, and we've got the connector. By the way, this first connector here is the body connector. So this is where your power and grounds and communication are going to come in from. And as you guys already know, we've already partnered with GoDiag. So we're official distributor for GoDiag products. So pick up your breakout boxes and this breakout cable from us on our website, globalcommerceca.com. We got your scanners, OBD Star, Fox Flash, everything, guys. Globalcommerceca.com, the future of automotive technology. Here's the pinout. So on this side, 68 and 67 is power, battery power, and 69 and 70 is ground. Then you got 38 right there. That is your ignition power. It's a yellow and was that green wire. Here's your powers, white and blue. Actually, this is can high and can low. My bad. That's on, I believe, what is that? 57 and 58. Let me make sure. Yeah, so on the 2.5, 58 is white, which is can high, and can low is white and blue. Actually, I'm sorry, can high is white and blue, and white is can low, all right? And then at 63, we've got our FEPS connection. That's very important. Without your FEPS line, you will not be able to put the PCM in programming mode, and that is going to be at 63 right there. Hey guys, so there it is pinned out. As you can see, pin 13 for our FEPS. We've got it connected there. We've got our can high right here, if you can see that. And then that will be can low in the white. Then we've got our two grounds, and then we've got our constant power. Then we've got our ignition, should be right here. This should be ignition. There it is, ignition, right? So when we actually turn on our ignition switch, we'll get power. And that's it. Today we're going to be using our VCM3, Global Commerce GC VCM3, available on our website, globalcommerceca.com. Go pick yours up today. Do not get scam paying for a VCM3 for $2,000 when we got this at a big discount. Make sure, guys, you're updating your firmware. We are constantly, me and VCI, we're partnered on this, so we're constantly updating the firmware. This is a new product, so as we find little bugs here and there, we're fixing it. So pretty much, I think we got pretty much everything down packed, but it is a work in progress. Keep that in mind, but it is operating and doing everything as it's supposed to. So now I went ahead and plugged in, and as you can see, we've got our ground already connected because 4 and 5 are bridged. Now I'm going to go ahead and connect it in our PCM. I always do a quick check using ForScan just to make sure my connections are good, and my connection was actually backwards on my power. So the white and blue coming from, I believe, what was that? The ones at the bottom, the white and blue connectors for the power. Those should be your ignition power, right? So I just swapped it. I put ignition, and that's it. So I can now turn off the ECM with this red ignition switch, right, when you need to turn it off. So just keep that in mind, guys. And there you can see the activity lights. We've got a green and a flashing blue, and the VCM is active. So let me close out of here, and now we're going to go into our VMware image available on our website. Comes with the GC VCM3 unlimited IDS, so you can do everything you need to do. You don't have to worry about it. And as you can see, this is the current VIN that is programmed 07693. So that is going to be changed by the time we're done with this. So I'm going to tell this, no, I don't need to save that. And I'm going to exit out of here. And I already have VMware Player open. And guys, some of you had some issues installing the VMware Player. This is very simple. It's only 3 steps, guys. You download and install VMware Player 17, and it will come up to this menu, but these will be blank. I have multiple in here. Yours is going to be completely empty. And all you do is open virtual machine, and you navigate to the file that you downloaded from our server that you extracted, and you just open that file. And that's it. That's the step everybody misses, and it's on the instructions. It's not rocket science, guys. Anyway, I've already got mine added in. And one quick tip, in case you get an error, it's actually this one. By the way, we got the Consult 3 coming up, guys. Stay tuned for that. I'm working on that right now. Go to settings, and what is it at? Sometimes some people get an error, go to processor, and just turn off virtualize CPU performance counters right there, right? You uncheck that, right? And then you tell it okay in case it gives you some kind of CPU error, because some people's machines are a little bit different, but we're not going to worry about that now. So I'm just going to hit play, and it's not going to load up the virtual machine, guys. So it's like a separate machine in your computer. That keeps it from conflicting with any of the software you have on your PC and stuff like that. And it's always going to be installed. If any issue happens, just delete the image and re-download it. So I'm going to exit out of IDS here, and I'm going to show you this is how it's going to boot up when you first open it up. You're going to come to the desktop. And once you're at the desktop, you want to always make sure you go up here to player and removable devices. And you see where it says MDI2. Mine is already connected. If yours is not, you have to hit connect right there. It'll look like this, the connect button. You'll have to go there and connect it. What that does, it takes the VCM3 and takes it off of your computer and connects it into this virtual machine here, right? So once you're connected, it should look something like this. You can go here if it's your first time, and periodically you want to check. You want to go to the VNCI device manager, and you should have internet connection, right? I should have internet right now, but I don't. In case this happens to you, just go up here to, actually I did nothing. I got a call and it came up on its own. But if you do have this issue, you can go to removable devices where the connection never comes up. Go to network adapters. Then you go to settings right here. And right now I'm on bridge replicate physical connection. You just switch it to NAT, and then you hit the OK button at the bottom. And that usually takes care of it. And vice versa, you could change it to that. One of those will always enable your network internet connection. Anyway, now that we're done, we open VNCI device manager. And now this should detect our VCM. And it is not. Let me see what's going on. So it shows I'm connected. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, if maybe the device is locked up, so I'm just going to unplug it, the VCI, and the light went off on it right there, as you can see. Then I'm going to replug it. Heard it beep, and now it's automatically being detected. And I believe I am on the latest firmware. In case you're not, you can find out by hitting upgrade right here at the bottom. It's going to connect to the server, and then it's going to compare and find packet. All right, so as you can see, our firmware version on the server and our firmware version on our device is the same, so I don't need to upgrade, but you might need to. Make sure you upgrade to the latest firmware, guys. I'm going to tell it okay, and then I'm going to exit out of the manager. So once you're at the desktop, you always just open this icon right here on the desktop. It says IDS loader for Ford. Okay, you click that, double click. Just that simple, guys. It's not rocket science. We don't need to make it complicated. 2 simple buttons you click and that's it, man. What else do you want, man? So it's loading, and all you got to do is wait. It's going to load, and then we'll be able to do everything we need to do. All right, so there it is, IDS software loading. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, guys. We got a lot of new tools and things coming up for you guys. Definitely stay tuned to this channel. If you're not subscribed to this channel yet, hey man, you got to figure that part out. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of here because I'm making a new session. And I'm going to tell it to delete it. I don't need that. So this is what you're going to come up to when you first open up. The latest version of IDS. So we're going to go to start new session. All other, and I'm going to let it time out. I do not have the power connected to the PCM, so the PCM is offline right now, and that's what we want. We want it to time out. So I'm just going to bring you back once it reaches all the way to the ends and times out, so you can see what happens. No communication with the PCM. Good. That's what we want to hear. You're never going to turn it on until I tell you, right? So we're just going to tell it no. It's telling you to do all this, but you ignore it. Just keep ignoring it. Just keep telling okay, hitting the check mark, because we're going to get to the VIN information screen, and that's what you want. And there it is. So now we're going to actually enter in our VIN that we want to be programmed into our used ECM. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my VIN in. So this is the VIN that we want programmed in. I'm going to tell it okay. No, we don't want to retry because I know it's not in there. We're going to do a new session. So now we're going to enter in the tier tag number. And on this, the tier tag number is right here on the front of the ECM. It's KTF2. So we're going to enter that in. KTF2. Actually, I did that wrong. KTF2. TF2. There it is. Then we're going to tell it OK. Incorrect. Yes, let's try that again. Let's see. I'm just going to enter in the PCM part number that's on this one. You can go to search Ford as built depending on your model of PCM. You just search like this, Ford as built data, and you go to the Ford website. See that Motorcraft service. Let's just select our country, the USA, submit. Now, if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see right there it says module build data as built. You click on that. Then you can enter in your VIN number. Like me, I can put mine in here and then put this in, JSU, and then hit submit. And it's going to give me all the information, right? So the actual tier tag for mine is actually TPN1. That's what I need to enter. So I'm going to go back here and enter that in. TPN1. Oh, that's the problem. Okay. TPN1. There it is. So I got that in. Hit the check mark. There it is. And ours is a Fusion. I'm going to tell it OK. No. Well, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay. And there it is, 2010. Yes. All right, now it's going to come to this screen. A lot of people try to mess with this. Leave that alone. Go in here and put your mileage, guys. 266629 is what this one is. I'm going to tell it OK. And that's it. Now we're going to go to up here in the toolbox. Then we're going to go to module programming. Program on module installation. Then we're going to select PCM. Tell it OK. We're not going to turn it on yet until I tell you guys. So it's going to come back and ask us for the VIN again. So we're going to enter in the VIN, right? All right, so I just entered it in my VIN. Tell it OK. Okay, loading necessary files, switch ignition off. It's already off. Install a new module. Now this is the point where we're going to actually turn the power on, right? Set ignition switch to on. So I'm going to go ahead here and hit our power button here. So now we've got power to the module. And then we're going to tell it OK. No. So we're going to need to enter in the solenoid strategy on this one. I got mine, so I'm going to enter that in. All right, you need to go on your transmission and it'll look like this. As you can see, solenoid strategy and solenoid body ID. You need to get that number. It's physically on your transmission. Okay, guys? I'm going to tell it yes. Strategy. I'm going to put that in. So I've got both of them in. I'm going to hit the check mark at the bottom. They are correct for this transmission. All right, tell it OK. It's going to download the required files from the network. Tell it yes. It located the file that we need. Good. So we tell it OK. All right, tell it OK. So now we need to enter the valid information for this ECM. If you don't have the Ford decoder, you're a member of the channel, head over to the members area. The Ford decoder is there, guys. And you'll be able to look at the VIN number on the sticker on the VIN number and decode and get the actual information on this for your vehicle. And I know what this one is for this vehicle, so I'm entering it in right now. Front wheel, cruise, and there we go. So I'm going to continue. Yes, just letting you know there's multiple locations, so you're going to see it program. It's going to end and start back over as it's programming different sections till it confirm. Ignition off. Let me go ahead and do that. Ignition off. No more red light here. And then we're going to tell it OK. Switch ignition on. This is where it's going to try to enter the PCM into FEPS mode, right? You can see the light on the interface. So we got the ignition on, tell it OK. And there it goes. It says erasure in progress. And you can see that blue light going there. That means it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. It's going to erase it. Then it should start to do the programming. And there it is downloading. And now it's programming the actual module. All right, guys, every now and then you're going to get it. You might see an error if you don't do the steps to turn it on at the right time. It'll say something like error 8502, something like that. All that just means is that either you don't have the correct cable in for your FEPs. If you're on the vehicle, you don't have to worry about this because you can do this on the vehicle. You don't have to be on the bench like this. And but if you do not have the correct cable in for the FEPs, it will not be able to put the PCM in programming mode. So at that point, you're going to need to definitely double check your wiring. And once it does get it properly, you'll be able to, it should do the erasure. Anytime it does not show that erasure in progress, that means it was not able to put the PCM into programming mode. So I'll bring you right back. All right, we're right here at the end. And then it's probably going to start, if it doesn't ask anything, it should start the other. There it is, erasure in progress, and now it's programming the smaller EEPROM area, and that's why this is faster. Those values that it asks for in the end, like the ratio size of the axle, that's what's stored in this section of the flash, or the EEPROM rather. So that's done, and we're just gonna follow the prompts from this point on, and that's it. It's just that simple, guys. This is not rocket science, man. Anybody can do this. In fact, okay, this happens every now and then, guys. Don't be alarmed if you see this after it programs. I've seen this happen before, but it's programmed, it's done. At this point, you can do whatever you need to do. So we're gonna tell it okay. It's programmed both sections of the, I'm just gonna go ahead and cycle power to the PCM, just because. So I hit the power, turned it back on. And at this point, if this was on the vehicle, so you're programming this for a replacement used ECM for your vehicle, at this point, you're going to need to do what is called a parameter reset, right? So you go into the toolbox up here, and then you're going to go to body, security, PATS functions, double click on that. And you're going to tell it okay. All right, tell it okay. Now, to enter into the security mode, it takes 10 minutes. You have to wait 10 minutes. You hit yes. I'm not at the vehicle, so this doesn't make sense. I cannot do this. But if you were, you wait. The whole 10-minute counter has to go through. Once it's done, you're into the security mode, the secured mode rather, and then you can select parameter reset. At that point, it will sync this used ECM with your vehicle, right? So, and that's it, guys. Like I said, hey, if you didn't know this, now you know. As I always say, knowing is half the battle. Don't forget to click that thumbs up button, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Man, a little bonus footage for you guys that stuck around to the end. I'm gonna close this out. I'm gonna open up Forescan. I'm going to turn the PCM back on. Oh, it's already on. And then should be able to connect. Okay. Since I just closed out, sometimes it doesn't get the VCM right away. Let me close it out, open it right back up. Sometimes you might have to unplug it and replug it, if anything. Yeah, I'm going to unplug it. It might get locked up from one mode to the other, which is no big deal. It just reset itself, as you heard. So I'm going to now go back and try to connect. There it is, it connected. And this is a Ford Fusion. No. And by the way, there is our new VIN, 78481. So that was a success, guys. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. See you on the next one.